Welcome back to the RBL, everybody. Today's episode is the All-Star episode. It is just the first team, so the second team will be playing in the next episode that I upload. So let's get straight into the rosters. So let's get started with the American Conference All-Star starters. At point guard, we have Tyler Wilson, who averaged 22.9, 4.4 rebounds, 7.4 assists, 1.1 steal, and half a block a game. At the two guard, we have James Madison, who averaged 20.8 points, 5.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 0.8 steals, and 0.9 blocks. At the small forward spot, we have the team captain, Alex Orr. He averages 23.4 points, 9.5 rebounds, 7.1 assists, 1.2 steals, and 3 blocks a game. Starting at the 4 spot, we have Greg Tank. He averages 18.5 points, 8.9 rebounds, 6.5 assists, 0.6 steals, and 0.4 blocks a game. And to round out the American Conference starters, we have James McCartan at the center position. He averages 16.9 points, 12.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 1 steal, and 2.3 blocks, all at 6'8". And the backup unit for the American Conference is Flynn Snell, Mario Jones at the 2, Patty Sutherland at the 3. At the power forward spot, we have Hayden Hannaberry, and rounding out at center is Naz Reid. Let's get over to the National All-Star starters. At the point guard, we got Caleb Strickland, who averages 22.4 points, 3.9 rebounds, 8.1 assists, a steal and a half, and 0.3 blocks. At the 2 spot, we have Jamal Jim, who averages 26.7, 5.7 rebounds, 3.9 assists, 0.9 steals, and 0.7 blocks, and he is named the team captain. John Lockhart is the small forward for the National Conference team, and he is 19.8 points, 7.6 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 2 steals, and 1.8 blocks. At the power forward spot, we have Miggy Hipps, who averages 17.7 points, 5.9 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 0.4 steals, and a block a game. And rounding their starting lineup out is Tino Livramento, who averages 17.7 points, 5.9 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 0.4 steals, and a block a game. And on their bench, they have Jermaine Cole, Ethan Daniel at the 2 guard, Joey Taylor at the small forward spot, Keith Hansen at the power forward, and to round out their bench unit is Nick Sampson. Let's get on to tip-off. The American All-Star team is the home team, in quotes. So let's get off tip-off here. And Jamie James at 6'8" wins the tip-off, as Wilson here with the ball for the American team. Let's see what they get set up for the first play. It's a pass over to Orr, out to James McCartan for 3, and he buries it. He wins the tip and hits the first bucket for them. As Jamal Jim here will bring the ball up the court for the national team. They did not score on their first possession, but let's see if they get something going here. Over to Lockhart, down to Tino Livramento in the paint. He's going to try a little turnaround hook, and he gets it to drop off the glass. Let's see what they get started for their next possession. Jamal Jim here with the ball. He's going to drive and get a nice little reverse layup to go. About 5.25 minutes remaining here, as the American team is down by 1 point, 4-3. Jamie James inbounds to Greg Tank, who's going to get into the paint, and it is a foul, and he does not convert for the N1, so he will get 2 free throws here. One of the only couple underhanded shooters in the league, as he gets his first one to drop. And does he hit this one to take the lead? And he does. John Lockhart will inbound, as Jamal Jim will bring the ball up the court for the national team. Down to Miggy Hipps in the paint. Bounce pass out to Jamal Jim, who's going to try a little... Looks to be a deep 2, not a 3. So, looks like his foot was on the line. Kevin Durant-esque there. Tino Livramento out to Jamal Jim again. He's going to come set a screen for Jamal Jim. Jamal Jim's going to come off it, try a step back. Do they count this one as a 3? And they do. Jamal Jim with another jumper to drop. As Tyler Wilson will bring the ball up for the American team. They need to get something going here. See what they get set up. A couple off-ball actions. Orr's just going to catch it and fire from a couple steps beyond the line, and he gets it to go. Madison here with the ball now for the American team. Over to Wilson. He's going to try a lob to Orr on the backdoor cut. Joey Taylor is subbed in. Jamal Jim is bringing the ball up still. Looks like they're going to put Tyler Wilson on him. That's a quite big size disadvantage on Tyler. It looks like the national team subbed out a natural point guard, and they're running a couple scores as Jamal Jim gets downhill with Tyler covering and gets the Euro bank layup to drop. And Daniel here with the ball now, covered by, can't tell if that's James Madison or Mario Jones. I think it's Mario Jones. Joey Taylor pump fakes and takes a dribble. A couple size ups into a midi, and he gets it to drop. Start of the second quarter here. It is the American team up by 1 point. Scores 15-16. Over to Daniel. Back to Strickland at the top of the key. Off-ball screen. Daniel sets one for Joey Taylor, but he receives the ball. He comes off another screen and tries a three, and he cashes one in. Flynn Snell here with the ball for the American Conference All-Stars. Let's see what they get set up. He swings it over to Sutherland on the left wing. Looks like he's going to receive a screen by Naz Reid. He takes a dribble off of that. Mid-range pull-up, and it's cash. American All-Stars with the ball again. Sutherland here has the ball on the left wing. Passes down to Madison on a cut. He finds Hannaberry wide open on the paint, and he goes in for a little scoop layup. Coming down to 6 minutes to go as Madison here has the ball for the American Conference All-Stars. Let's see what they get set up here. He's going to swing it over Sutherland, who's going to try a three, and he makes it. We are down to 1:48 to go in the second quarter. The national team is up 50-43 against the American team. John Lockhart's got the ball here for the national team. He swings it over to Tino Livramento at the top of the key. Back to Ethan Daniels, going to try a three, and he gets one to rattle in. About a minute here to go as Orr swings it up to Greg Tank. Back to Alex Orr. Hands it off to Tyler Wilson, who's going to dribble the other direction. Tyler gets in the paint, kicks out to Mario Jones. Mario Jones is going to receive a screen by Naz Reid. Mario drives, gets baseline, and oh wow, a reverse jam by Mario Jones. Here we are at the start of the third quarter here. So half the game down, another half to go, as the national team is up by 8 now. The ball swung over to Caleb Strickland. Alex Orr picks up as Wilson was stuck on a green. Down to Livramento, who goes straight up and gets the bank shot to drop. John Lockhart here with the ball in transition. Swings it over to Caleb Strickland. And he gets a screen by Tino Livramento. Caleb's dribbling out the top of the key. He's going to drive, gets into the paint. Great defense forces him to pick up. And he finds Miggy Hips on the lob. Wilson here with the ball down to Jimmy James, and he gets a one-handed stuff to go on the other end. Quick bucket there for the American team. Jamal Jim's got the ball here for the Nationals. Swings it up to Tino at the top of the key. Swings over to Miggy Hips, guarded by Greg Tank. He's going to swing one more to Strickland. One more over to Jamal Jim, who gets inside, and he puts James Madison on a poster. That is a tough finish by Jamal Jim there. Jamal Jim, who plays for the Avalanches. Greg Tank here with the ball. He gets inside, and he puts two of them on a poster that possession. Greg Tank has the ball here again. Throws it up to Alex Orr. Alex swings it to Flynn Snell, who finds Madison, who finds Greg Tank in a post-up. Greg's going to kick it out to Alex Orr. He tries a three. He can't get it, but Jamie James McCartan grabs it, and he goes right back up and slams right over the top of Jamal Jim. Alex Orr here in the fast break finds Flynn Snell. He relocates as Greg Tank is looking to get into another post-up situation. They clear the floor for him. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Let's see what Greg Tank does. He turns face up, spins, drop steps into a hook, and he gets it to drop. Up to Madison now. We got a minute left in the third quarter. Down to Greg Tank in another post-up scenario. He drop steps, and he goes into a nice, crazy two-handed jam. As Strickland's got the ball here for the national team. Couple off-ball screens for Tino Livramento, who's going to pop out. Nope, setting another screen for Miggy Hips. Miggy swings to Jem, who's going to try a three, and he cashes that one in. As Flynn Snell brings the ball up for the American team. The American team is now up by 4, 70-66. And they find Jamie James on a backdoor cut. Great pass. And here is Tyler Wilson back in the game. He's going to bring the ball up for the American team. Patty Sutherland here with the ball, screened for Greg Tank, and he cashes in the three. John Lockhart here with the ball for the national team. Up to Jay Cole. Finds Tino Livramento for the lob, the two-handed jam. Tyler Wilson here with the ball now. Alex Orr is going to set him a screen and roll. Jamie James McCartan finds Greg Tank spotted up for a three, and he gets the lucky rattle. Jamal Jim here with the ball, and it looks like Alex Orr has takeover here. Looks like he got a couple buckets, but Jamal Jim still gets inside for a two-handed dunk. That is a 10-point game with 1:15 remaining as Tyler Wilson gets the inbounds. He could have fed Alex Orr the ball in transition there as Alex kind of beat his man, but looks like there's only a minute, so they're going to try to play it smart. Pin down screen for Alex Orr here. Alex is going to find James Madison for three at the top of the key, and James gets it to go. Jamal Jim wants to get a quick bucket here, so he's going to try to attack Alex Orr, who is a fantastic defender, but let's see if he can get one. But no, he tries to pull at Midi, and Jamal Jim is blocked by Alex. But he grabs on rebound and finds Miggy Hips, who can't get the three off dribble to go as Tyler Wilson corrals the rebound. About coming down to 30 seconds remaining in the game. Couple off-ball screens, and Greg Tank gets a screen for Jamie James McCartan, and he gets the lob. Jamal Jim is going to try to go one-on-one at Alex Orr again. Coming down to 20 seconds remaining, Caleb Strickland with the ball now, gets in the paint, scoop layup, and it is good. As Tyler Wilson will bring the ball up for the American team, 85-98, the American team is up. Coming down to 10 seconds, it looks like they might just try to dribble the game out, as there is a 13-point lead. So 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is the first All-Star game. Let's head on and take a look at the box scores. Here is the stat sheet for the national team, and here is the stat sheet for the American team. And the All-Star Game MVP, who was voted by the viewers in the Discord, is Alex Orr. He dropped 43 points, 2 rebounds, 12 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals. Shot 71% from the field and 6% from 3. The second team All-Star Game will be the next one uploaded, and it should be ready Friday. So just stand by and be ready for that. Thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all later.